It's Wednesday morning and we're walking out to the shop. Yep, all my crap that was in my lean-to, that was there, is out here. But anyway, let's look what's going on. So you remember last time Mike was working away on this Ford pickup. Well, he's got the floor all finished off in this side, all the cab support mounts. Looking good. Alright. Had a crease and a bang in the fender, if you remember. He was working on that, took care of that. Customer's leaving it with the rough look. The customer wants that patina roughed in look. So, over here, the 89 or 91 or whatever the hell it is, Ford crew cab that we're working on. She's a monster. So we got that all, that's all prepped right now, ready for paint. So we're going to roll it in this afternoon and paint the door jambs, mask it all off, paint the door jambs, and then the Suburban, the GMC Suburban. As you can see, Sean's been going to town on the bodywork on that. He's got the roof up there started on, all the side panels, you can see. I know it looks like it's all Bondo there, and yes, it is all Bondo there, but it's just skim coated and you knock a lot of it down. See how you see the metal coming through in all sorts of areas? It just is what happens, right? Nothing is straight unless you put some filler on it. Then you put the filler on, and unfortunately 75% of it goes right back on the ground, but the customer pays. Paint up like the rails that are showing a nice flat black, and we're dynamatting it. Just because it helps Sean out to dynamite. They might say, why are you dynamatting it now? But it helps Sean out a bit when he's moving on this metal, because this metal is a bit soft, oil canny. You know, it's old metal, right? So I've been working on dynamatting that up. Look what else is going on. We'll get the shop open. Kind of a mess around here. It's going to be a mess around here for a good month right now. Kind of chaos. And that's what happens. This is because we're building, right? Yeah, that lean-to was just falling down. It was rotten. It was going to hit someone. And that's not a good thing. And it was just time to move forward. So yeah, this is what it's like every morning when I come to work. You remember the Scout we did? The owner brought it in because there were some plates that he had that had to go in there, and he finally got them, so he brought it in for us to put those on, and the door seals we put on, and now it's done. It's going out. You remember that Scout? We did it a nice satin dark gray. I can't remember what paint color this was, but turned out beautiful. And we've got this old Ferrari in. Radiator leak, some wheel bearings and oil and lube. So a little Ferrari came in. I'm going to be taking the rad down here as soon as I hang up this, or put down this camera. So it's a 1974, I believe, 4-seater. Different little car. Not my cup of tea, but definitely a different little car. You know, I'd take it for a boot. Not something I would buy, but it's not me. It's not my style, but I'd definitely take it for a boot. You know, I could see myself just cruising down the highway. Yeah. And then, of course, the Buick is sitting here, getting a few things done. Out of all things, the customer now decides to put a roll cage in it. Yeah. Mike and I both told him from day one, you're making a car that's going to be 700 horse. Now he's going for 1,000 horse as a street car too. You need a cage. No, I'll do it in the end, We kept bugging him. Now everything's painted, put together, now he wants to do the cage. It's not that we won't do it. It's just, I know you probably think a lot of shops wouldn't feel bad, but I feel bad because now he's going to take so many steps backwards on work we've done and going to have to redo stuff. He's going to lose a few $1,000s in work because now the frame's all painted, the floors are painted, everything's painted, put together. And now you got to grind around there, you got to weld, you know where I'm going with it. You know, and you try and tell customers to do this stuff, but you got to be polite while you're doing it, and they say no, and you try so hard, and then eventually you're just like, okay, you just move forward, and now we got to move backwards. So, it's a job, not complaining. It's a job, but it just sucks. You know what I'm saying? It just, Not does it just suck, it just fucking sucks. Anyway. Okay. Oh boy. It's like Fort Knox around here. There's a 65 cab. It's waiting. Waiting. I can't even get through that way. Jesus. Go this way. Alright. I'll go in here and see what Sean's up to. Okay. And there we go. There's the 91 Ford, all the doors. He's got, looks like he's got, yeah, he marks them down. He's good that way, always marks down what he's doing. So he's working on the doors still. He's going to get the doors all prepped. So he's going to paint jambs today, and he's going to paint the inside of the doors today at the end of the day. That's the plan. Then we're going to leave it sit up. Tomorrow will be Thursday. I'll leave it sit till Monday. Monday I'll go ahead, I'll put the doors all back on the truck. While I'm doing that, I'll bring the box in, which is over here. As you can see off in the distance, there's the box. We'll bring that in. And then once we get the box in, we'll get that prepped. And then this truck in the next couple of weeks will be getting painted. Owner's just going white, keeping it simple. It's just an old truck he's had that was an old forestry's work truck or something like that. And, you know, like everyone today, you know, he picked out some paint colors, and I gave him the price on the paint, and I don't even up the paint anymore because things have just gone ridiculous out there. I don't even up the price on the paint, and you know, there's no money to be made there no more, and that's sad. I don't know what's going on in this world today. But anyway, again, the price on the paint, and he's like, oh my God. So in the end of the day, he's just putting it back factory white like the truck was. I mean, I can give you an example. I guess I should. It's not even an example. For me, I priced out a half a gallon of white paint, and a gallon of white paint. A gallon of that white paint and base coat, and I use decent paint, not like, you know, not the shitty paint. Anyway, it worked out to be, I think it was like $800 a gallon. That's just for the paint and white. The silver he wanted was nearly $1,300. And I need at least a gallon and a half for that truck. It's a huge truck. You're painting everything, inners, outers, everything. So, you know, unfortunately, it swayed his mind a little bit. You know, deep down inside, you feel bad for these guys because you know deep in his heart he probably wanted to go silver. But, you know, time you're done, it just adds up and adds up. And I don't know what to tell you. The cost of paint, the cost of all this stuff is just getting crazy these days. It's just getting ridiculous. And I'm lucky that we're still busy. We're doing good. We've got enough jobs to pull us through the summer. I got a couple booked in for the fall, but I definitely can't admit I don't see the phone ringing as much as it was last year. And it's not because of anything here. It's just because of the price, and people don't know where things are going. Gas in Canada here is $2 a litre right now for the fucking cheap, nasty gas. Interest is through the roof. I mean, yeah. All I can say while I end this video is Trudeau has to go. And I'd be more than willing to give him a ride to the train station. Hey, it's always a good time and old time, and we'll see you next time.